Live from Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays, this is News Channel 8 at 6.
It is another must-win game for the Rays tonight at the Trop against the Boston Red Sox. So the question is, can they keep this momentum alive? Gail Searns and I say, you bet they can.
More cowbell, that's all it takes.
I did decrease the size of the cowbell because last night it looked like I was holding a beverage or something.
Well, it's not a beverage, but I'm going to tell you what, now the fans are starting to make their way, and we're still a good 2.5 hours away from the opening pitch. But you know, there's a lot of excitement going on here when it comes to this team, and it's been that way all season long. You know what, they may not put a lot of people in the stands, but I do believe they've got a lot of loyal followers, and everybody seems to like the way this team wins. It's not like every other team. They keep us on the edge of our seats a lot.
I think you have to admire the fact they never fold.
Right.
You know, it's like even if you're behind, you're as a fan of the Rays now, you know that you just don't give up. You say, you know what, they have a chance. As long as there is time to play this game and there's another out left, these Rays have a chance to win. They proved it last night with a sellout crowd. Not a sellout yet, still some single ticket seats available, I'm hearing, but still it's going to be a very loud, very noisy, and very enthusiastic crowd.
I wouldn't mind if they took care of business just a little earlier tonight than, say, the bottom of the ninth, but that's another story.
Get a few runs early.
We're going to head into the Trop right now where Dan Lucas, our sports guy, is standing by to give us sort of the what's going on with the players, the coaches, and what tonight might look like.
Well, the Trop has come to life, Gail. The lights are on. The Rays are behind me taking batting practice. And a couple of notes here about the game tonight. Joe Madden said that the manager says that Matt Moore and Chris Archer, two pitchers, are both available to pitch tonight if Jeremy Hellickson gets into trouble against the Red Sox. Also, one switch in the lineup. Kelly Johnson is going to take the place of Matt Joyce. Madden said Joyce is struggling. He couldn't put it any other way than that. So Kelly Johnson's in the lineup. Another player, Madden says, who could be important late in the game is Delman Young. He came up big last night. All right, let's take a look at some of the video of players coming out about 20 minutes ago. Fernando Rodney, Joel Peralta, two pitchers we would like to see late in the game tonight, closing it out. Will Myers is back on the field tonight. He's in the lineup. Remember, he left the game last night with cramps in both legs, but he's okay. He's batting second tonight, and Jose Lobaton, last night's hero, is going to be the catcher. Now, you mentioned tickets available. That is the case, but it is close to a sellout. Joe Madden loves that. This afternoon, he talked about the electric atmosphere with last night's full house.
Every time it is filled up, it seems to bring out the best in us. Last night, normally, and just being honest, over the years, you've seen a lot of other teams' fans in the ballpark under those circumstances, but it definitely had that pro Rays vibe to it last night. We felt it in the dugout through the entire game. It was spectacular. We'd like to see it look like that more consistently, obviously, because it does matter. It makes a difference, and the group was great last night. We're hoping to see a lot of the same tonight.
All right, we will see. First pitch is late. It's after 8:30 tonight, and of course the Rays are trying to force a Game 5, which will be Thursday up at Fenway Park. Coming up a little bit later in sports, we'll have one of the pitchers who appeared in last night's game, could play a role again tonight. Jake McGee is going to join us live during sports. Gail, Keith, back to you.
Wow, let's look forward to that. He's an important part of this puzzle. We'll look forward to that, Dano. Thank you very much.
And you keep telling me not to get ahead of myself, but I just have to, you know, my memories of 2008 are still strong that these Rays
right. Was it just 5 years ago?
You know what, it seemed like it was a little bit longer because, but still, this team has the opportunity to move forward. There you go, nice shot. This is the media pass. I could show you the program, but, go online. I'm sure it's there as well. Hey, these Rays have a chance to win this game tonight. The weather's cooperating. The fans are enthusiastic. The energy is here, so...
You're pretty fired up yourself,
I'm fired
actually.
up. Let's do it.
Sports on News Channel 8 is brought to you by Lexus.
And welcome back to Tropicana Field. Rays relief pitcher Jake McGee's jogging over as we speak. I want to show you a moment in last night's game, if we can go ahead and see when McGee came in during the 8th inning. The Red Sox had a base runner named Quentin Berry on first. He stole second and was called safe on the play. Now, McGee's on the mound the entire time, not really sure if he's safe or if he's out. McGee had to pitch out of a jam because Berry was called safe on the play. And I'm finally here joined by Jake. I got rain and shagging balls from the
I know. I had to go get me in the outfield. So.
Yeah, Quentin Berry, the play last night in the 8th inning. Tell me about that. It was a bang-bang play. Did you think at the time he was safe or out?
In my view, it was kind of hard. Zobrist just kind of blocked my view a little bit, so Everin reacted like he was out, but I wasn't sure at the time, so I just kind of had to go with it and kind of move on, you know?
Now, in that particular situation, now in your position, this is not unusual. The manager comes out, he argues, that kind of slows down your groove. You've got to somehow put the brakes on this momentum. Yeah. You ended up getting out of the jam. Tell me about that. What, like, especially with that at stake?
It's a huge experience, especially in a tie game in the 8th inning, you know, because if we give a run there and then they're closes out with a lead in the 9th, so it's kind of keep it right there and just make one pitch at a time, because if you get ahead of yourself, and, you know, Boston has some good hitters, so you want to make the right moves.
Now, a player like yourself, you have to get ready basically every single day. And there's a chance you don't know when you're going to come into this thing, if you're going to play at all. Mm-hmm. What is that like as a relief pitcher, having to be mentally ready every night and then get back up the next night and the next night, knowing I may not do anything tonight?
It's kind of hard at first, but like once you get used to it, it's a lot of fun. Coming to the field, like knowing that you might pitch every day, or you just be ready to pitch every day and just, you know, have a good time and just kind of live in the moment in it. So
now you inherit every kind of situation. We see you mostly in, what, the 8th inning, 7th inning. I mean, you've come in true relief. You've come in specific situations to face hitters. You've come in to fill an inning. What do you prefer? It's always the manager's call, but what's your favorite setting to come into?
Probably 7th or 8th inning, just a clean inning, you know, like some of the relievers, they like, yeah, exactly, like coming in a calm situation, but, you know, sometimes when they call your name and you got to come in with bases loaded and no outs, you know, you kind of have to go in and do your job. So, but I would prefer probably clean inning.
How many? Maybe you'll get one of those tonight in this game to send it back to Game 5. Jake, thank you so much for your time tonight. Best of luck to the team tonight. Maybe we'll send this to a Game 5. Maybe you'll see this guy come in the 8th inning, get a big out. Calm inning. All right, that's it from inside the Trop here. We'll see you outside in a little bit, but Rays and Red Sox coming up tonight at 8:30. Keith and Gail, let's send it outside.
All right, Dan, thank you. Boy, it's got to be such an exciting time for these players. You know, I think, how do you keep yourself calm down enough without thinking, we could do this, we could be playing for the World Series before this is all over?
You hear those interviews ahead of the games, and all, you know they have to be, you know, inside, ready to go. They're athletes, they're ready for the game. But there's that speech where they talk about the next game a little bit. You know, they're looking forward to thinking that, yeah, we could win this. We could not only win this game, we can win the next one and go on from there. It's that Madden mentality.
Well, that's what I was going to say. If there's anybody who
what was that first line? It's just one game, baby.
Yeah.
It was just 2 games, baby. We went 3 in a row.
Right.
And baby, you win the whole thing.
Right. Keeping the clubhouse nice and calm and happy, and everybody's having a good time. Let's see how it all works out. Game time, 8:37, I believe, tonight. We're back tonight at 11 with all of the sports and all the day's news as well.
NBC Nightly News coming your way next. In the meantime, all right, go Rays. No problem.